came back to Payday 2 and I kinda noticed something. The game is swarming with new players. Now don't get me wrong, I'm happy that you guys are having the Payday fun. But there's one big problem that every new player has, which is survival. Payday 2 isn't a survival game, but how can you enjoy the game if you keep dying every 5 minutes? So let me give you some tips on how you can get from this to this. Cause I was struggling just like you are. When you first start out, you have no money, no guns or anything to play with. So don't just jump right into overkill or very hard difficulty. You are guaranteed to have a bad time. Because starting from very hard mode, the enemies hit a lot harder and they also have the bulldozer, which is every new player's nightmare. So you gotta be prepared for that. My best tip for you is that there is no shame in playing the game on easy mode. It might be too easy for some of you, but you do need to grind for money and reputation points, maybe at least till you're 50 or 60. Then you will have something to actually make you stronger. Now I don't expect you to have every gear or many skills just yet, so let's start with your armor. There are different kinds of armor in this game. The more armor you have, the slower you will be. You can wear the heaviest armor, but do expect to walk really slowly. Armor is your renewable shield that takes damage for you. After a short time of not taking damage, your armor will go back to full. Skills that give you increased armor regeneration rate will make your armor recover sooner, literally have you wait faster. Other skills in the armor tree also help improve your armor, so take them however you want. But the most important one is Iron Man, because it gives you 30% more armor, which is a lot. Note that the bonus armor from skills will not slow you down, so you don't need to worry about that. You should definitely take Iron Man, but do not ace it. Acing Iron Man gives you the ability to wear the fattest armor in the game, which has the most armor but it also the heaviest. Generally, it's not that great and isn't worth the 8 skill points, but if you want to wear it anyway, well, go for it. One last thing though, Die Hard is really useful. You only take half damage while doing things like fixing the goddamn turbo drill, and if you ace it, you get a 20 extra armor for your ballistic vest. Now pay attention to the name here. There are 3 ballistic vests and Die Hard only works on these 3. The name really matters, so if you were to ace Die Hard, make sure you are using one of the ballistic vests. It won't work on any other armors, like the flak jacket or the combined tactical vest. Well, duh. Okay, so what happens if your armor fails? You start losing health, and when your HP runs out, you get knocked on your ass. And after 4 times getting knocked like that, you go straight into custody. So let's do something about that. The simplest way is to use the first aid kits and medic bags. Both will heal you back to full health, but they do have some differences. A medic bag will only let you heal twice, but it will also bring you back to full life. So don't waste your medic bags. Hold on till you're about to run out of life to use the medic bag. The first aid kits won't bring back your life, but you can bring up to 14 of them if you ace uppers. Acing uppers also let the first aid kits to save you or your teammates from getting knocked down. Standing near a first aid kit when your HP is about to reach 0 will heal you back instantly. So generally, when you have first aid kits, try not to get knocked down so you can save your precious life. Of course, you can only use one kind of equipment, so take your pick. But if you want to bring other equipments like the ammo bag instead, there's another way to recover your health. That is to take Joker, aka converting a law enforcer. You have to hurt a cop but don't kill him. Then dominate them by shouting at them 3 times until they cuff themselves like this. Then you can approach them and convert them. Congratulations, you just made your first best friend. Now you need to ace pardon crime. While you have your best friend, you get movement speed and extra health. More importantly, your best friend gains a 99% damage reduction, so both of you are tanky as shit and you won't have to make a new best friend every minute. But wait! Hostage taker will recover your HP every 5 minutes if you have a hostage or a joker, so there you go, your health regeneration. This might be the most reliable defense that you can have. You can invest in any, every, or none of the tips I just gave you. It's up to you after all. There are a lot more ways ways to survive this game, like using dodge or revenant skill, but they're quite complicated, so I'm not gonna include them in this video. Perk decks though, they are extremely important as they can give you a lot of defense. For example, the armor deck will give you a shit ton of armor, and the muscle deck will give you a shit ton of health. Some perk decks can also suggest different play styles or unique equipment to play with, but you don't have a lot of perk deck points to spend just yet. You actually have to grind for longer than you grind for skill points. So my best tip for you is that you should take some time to read through all the perk decks, pick one that suits you the most, and start investing in it. Remember to only invest in one perk deck at a time for maximum value. Payday 2 is really fun when you're strong, but it is a grinding game at the end of the day. It can be really hard and confusing for new players, so watch this video next where I have more tips for you on how you can have the most fun in Payday 2.